Welcome to Pivot Parenting, where we help parents of teens overcome regret and disappointment to find peace and connection in every situation. I'm Heather Frazier, your parenting expert. Journey with me to discover effective parenting tips, improve family relationships, and build a brighter future for your kids. Buckle up, things are about to get better. Hey, my friend, welcome to today's episode. I'm excited to introduce you to my friend Chris Rich. She's a fellow coach. We both certified at the Life Coach School. She coaches couples in mixed faith relationships as well as families who have mixed faith. She is also a relationship expert like I am. Today, we're going to talk about how to have conversations around things that can be triggering or upsetting, such as religion or grades or politics. It seems like there's a lot of hot buttons right now, and so I hope that you can appreciate what we discuss. As always, please reach out if you have questions. I don't know if you've gotten my book yet, Mom Got Jesus Wrong, Hallelujah, but it is a fantastic resource for when there is struggle within religion and religious paradigms, perceptions, practices within your family, within your community. I know that's a thing right now. Check out Mom Got Jesus Wrong, Hallelujah at heatherfrazier.com. I think that it will be really helpful. And here's my discussion with Chris. Chris, welcome. How's it going?
Good. I'm so excited to be here with you today. I'm honored.
Yeah. Do you want to introduce yourself for our listeners?
Yes. So I'm Chris Rich. A couple little fun facts about me. I love to travel. I love to laugh. I love popping bubble wrap, like especially the big, juicy kind. Those are my
That is
favorite.
satisfying.
So satisfying. Have you ever done a somersault on bubble wrap?
No.
Try it. It's pretty amazing.
Wow. That sounds tremendous. How do you feel about the bubble wrap that's just all one, like segmented?
I don't even want to talk about
Okay, blasphemous.
it. Because you see it and you get all
Yeah,
excited, and then it's like, oh.
not the same as the little poppy poppers.
Yeah, so disappointing. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, next time I get big bubbles, I'm doing somersaults.
Okay, yeah, it's seriously so much fun. So, yeah, I love bubble wrap. I live in the beautiful state of Massachusetts, and my husband and I have three awesome kids. We have an almost 16-year-old in a couple weeks. We have a 21-year-old son and a 23-year-old daughter. Couple other things. My faith is a huge part of who I am. And my husband and all three of my kids have no interest in religion at all. So we are a mixed faith family. I'm a certified life coach. I'm a mental health presenter, and I have a podcast, the Mixed Faith Relationship Podcast. And I love to help people move from reactivity to calm so they can build stronger mixed faith relationships. So that's a little bit about me.
Yeah, reactivity to calm is a huge thing around topics that are important to us, which religion often is as a parent.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what we're talking about today.
And I can't wait. I'm so
I know
excited.
how to move into that calm and soothe ourselves, not fix our kids. It's silly. And you and I see this as a coach really easily how people just run around trying to get everyone to be different so that they can feel better. Like, these are the political views you need to endorse. These are the religious views you should endorse. I'm right. You're wrong. You need to come to my way of thinking. But then it just doesn't end well, typically. For some reason, people like to do whatever they want and think how they want to think. It's just rude.
Isn't that weird that they do that?
I know. If they would just listen to us because we're right,
Totally, all the time.
then
I
that
love
would soothe us. That would soothe us.
my mom had a great quote that I should have tattooed on my forehead. And that is a man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. So it's like we want to say the perfect thing to our kids or to our our the people on Facebook and we try to get them on our page, yeah, we can spend all the energy, but they still aren't going to change their opinion most likely. They're not going to be like, "Oh, thank you for saying it that way. Now I get it. I'm on your side."
Sometimes when I can't get out of a conversation and I know that they just need me to change my mind, I'll just be like, okay, yep, yep.
Yeah, you
Just
can
to
just shut it
wrap it
down.
up. I mean, this was before I really learned to advocate for myself, but I think we've all been there.
Yes.
Okay, what does parenting look like when we're trying to fix or control? How would you define that?
Oh, and I'm a professional at this because I really learned by doing it the wrong
Me
way
too.
a lot of
Yeah,
times. We have this idea of what things should look like, and it's supposed to look a certain way. And if our kids or other things in our life aren't going according to that plan that we have, then we want to get them on our side, to pull them over to our page, to fix them so they're doing it the right way, which is our way,
yeah.
which sometimes isn't the right way.
Sometimes it isn't, but sometimes even socially, we're told that it is the right way. Like, yes, children should get good grades, or yes, children shouldn't behave certain ways. And everyone agrees. So we try to fix their behaviors so that they can be happy. It comes from a well intended place. We want our child to be happy, and they're our child. They're part of us to some degree, or so we tell ourselves. So, of course, we should have every right to tell them how they're getting it wrong, how they should be doing it better.
And I think so often when I find myself in that space, just recognizing what am I making this mean about me right now? If my child is wearing a piece of clothing with inappropriate language on it, thinking, "Oh, you can't wear that. That's wrong. That's not how we do that." It usually boils down to I think people are going to think something about me that I'm not a good parent or I'm not doing it right. And so I need to fix them so people see me in the light that I want to be seen in.
Sure. Okay. So, when we're trying to soothe ourselves, why is it important to look at control, fix energy?
Well, when we are, and I can only speak for myself, when I'm trying to control or fix someone else, I am usually operating out of fear. And that doesn't feel good. And so I want to make that go away. So I try to control or manipulate other people. Our nervous system is constantly scanning for safety and danger. And it's going to be doing that all the time wherever we go. When the nervous system senses danger, it's going to try to protect you. And sometimes we get in this energy of trying to change other people and fix them and control them. But when we do that, we're not operating from our best selves. There are a lot of different parts to the brain, and two very important parts of the brain are the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex. And the amygdala is the fear center of your brain. So if your nervous system is trying to protect you, that amygdala is going to be switched on. And it's that fear center. It's going to do everything it can to keep you alive and safe. And when the amygdala is switched on, I kind of think of it like a dimmer switch on a light. That when that amygdala is switched on, you have much less access to your prefrontal cortex. And that's the part of your brain that helps you to show up as your best self, to do your best parenting, where you feel confident, where you can think clearly, where you can problem solve, where you can connect with other people. I think of it as my CEO. I'm either in my thinking brain, my CEO, or in my survival brain. I like to say that when emotions are high, when my amygdala switch on, that intelligence is low. So, a lot of times when I'm trying to control or fix my kids or the situation around me, that it's because I'm using my amygdala and my I don't have my CEO and access to my best thinking. I don't have access to the best version of myself when my amygdala is running the show.
Okay, I have a question. When you say that when we're feeling fear, I think maybe we're coach speaking a little bit in the sense that most parents would be like, "I'm not afraid. I'm frustrated. I'm angry. I'm annoyed. I'm right." They just need to understand that that's not how you clean a room, or that's not how you do your schoolwork, or you don't lie to me.
Mhm.
And so we're maybe jumping the gun a little bit as far as addressing that amygdala kicking in, because I think most parents don't have the awareness of, "Oh, I'm feeling really scared or nervous right now." Usually that presents as anger, frustration, resentment, embarrassment. If they're wearing a shirt that you don't like and the neighbors see,
Mhm.
and not necessarily fear. So, what are some telltale signs that that fear is surfacing in disguise?
Yeah, great question. Well, once again, nervous system is always looking at my safe or danger. And it may not be like I'm scared, like you're saying, I'm scared
Yeah.
for my life. But anytime that it senses danger, it's going to assign us to a state of protection. And one of those states of protection is, I think of it as your nervous system is hyper aroused. I think of it like turning into a bear. Maybe you're not yelling and fearful and angry, but you're defensive, you're right, you know that you're doing it the right way. Biologically, you'll notice that your heart races, your breathing shifts, you get kind of tense, hyper focused, like, no, you are going to clean your room this way because it's the right way. And it is a we can go into a stress response of fight or flight where we can get aggressive or loud or defensive, but we can also get like, no, we're going to do it this way. We get stuck. We get tunnel vision that this is the one way that we're
Okay.
going to
So
do
it
it.
feels very urgent, very right
Yes.
now.
Yes. So I think of it that your nervous system is on like a bear. Like it's like, nope, I kind of noticing myself getting a little bigger. Not that I'm necessarily aggressive, although you definitely could be, but it's just like I notice myself that my nervous system is on. It's activated, getting a little bit bigger. And that it is a state of hyper arousal. And on the contrary to that, sometimes we're in a situation where that doesn't work. And so the nervous system is still sensing danger and trying to protect us. But instead of turning on and getting mobilized to protect us, we get smaller and we get immobilized as another way of protection. And I think of it kind of like staying quiet, kind of going into my shell like a turtle. And it's a decrease of energy. It's where I'm hopeless, I'm helpless, I'm
So
depressed. It's
so
just
maybe
like,
not responding to your
hmm
teen, kind of ghosting, just saying whatever, walking away, disengaging.
yes. And that is also a way to protect yourself. It's shutting down. It's not,
Yeah.
yeah, it's isolating yourself, not having that, getting smaller as a parent, as opposed to getting bigger as a parent.
Okay, so when parents see themselves doing this, what should they do?
I like to remind myself, oh, my nervous system doesn't feel safe right now. So I'm either going into bear mode or turtle mode. And the alternative, before I answer your question, or not the alternative, another option is when we feel safe, when we have that CEO available to us. I love asking the question, who's in charge right now? Who's driving the bus right now? Is it my CEO that can think clearly and articulate and show up as the best parent I can be? Or am I in bear mode? Or am I in turtle mode? I want to identify that. And having that awareness sometimes is enough because when I that awareness helps me to figure out who I want to be and how I want to show up. Here's an example. The other day, I walked into my kitchen and my adorable teenager was in the kitchen making French toast, and he had his AirPods in, and I walked in, happy and, hey, how you doing? And all of a sudden I just sensed this prickly, don't talk to me. And I'm sure he used words to make it clear he didn't want to talk right then. And because I do this work on me and recognize, like, oh, I'm in bear mode right now, or I have my CEO with me right now, I can also look and say, oh, he's looking a little prickly. He's in bear mode right now. And recognizing, like, okay, something's going on here. Usually, if he's in bear mode, then it'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to raise you and I'll see you with another bear. And so then we have two bears interacting. And when I recognize, like, okay, something's going on for him, that he's definitely dysregulated right now, then I was able to have my CEO online, and I stopped and was just like, hey, it looks like I can't remember what I said, but I was like, are you doing okay, bud? Didn't want to talk about it. And then I said, what if I made the French toast for you? And immediately I saw him soften. Instead of like, what's your problem? What's wrong with you? Why are you talking to me like that? I was able to say, okay, his nervous system is dysregulated for some reason. He doesn't feel safe about something. And by me being regulated and offering to make the French toast, everything changed. I didn't really talk to him. I gave him that space.
Nice.
But after, a couple minutes, he just opened up and kind of told me a little bit about what was going on. And then the best part, he was like, do you want to come eat French toast with me, Mom? I was like, yeah,
Oh,
I'd love to. So often we want to fix them and point out you're being disrespectful. And we get bigger and bigger and we match the state of their nervous system. But when we can have our CEOs online, magical things are more likely to happen.
hi there. I just want to pause and let you know if you are struggling to make sense of your teen's behaviors, emotions are running wild, and you're looking to turn things around to have the family you dreamed of while rocking them to sleep, I would love to talk to you. I want to give you a special, powerful gift. 30 minutes with me, my friend. You'll walk away with more confidence, clarity, and understanding of what the issue is and your next best step in resolving any situation you bring to me. It's completely free. I love families and want to help yours be wildly happy and successful. Book this call by visiting my website, heatherfraser.com. Remember, Fraser is spelled with a Z-I in the middle. And don't worry, the link is also in the show notes. I look forward to meeting and helping you.
Your question was, how can I do that? How can I get my CEO back online? Part of it is just having things that you're doing, little things like taking a breath or walking away for a minute. Just recognize, okay, I'm in bear mode. I'm going to go on a run. I'm going to go throw a load of laundry and I'm going to pull myself away for just a second so I can do something to get my CEO back online. So many things, getting out in nature, laughter, journaling, doodling, singing, those little things when I notice that I'm getting dysregulated to do things for me. Another thing that is super helpful if I want my CEO online are those little things like getting a good night's sleep. And that obviously, if I'm having a conversation, I can't just go and fall asleep right then. But doing everything I can to give me better access to my CEO. So getting a good night's sleep, making sure that I'm moving my body, that I'm connecting with myself, with my family members, that I'm connecting with friends. That connection is a huge piece to help have your CEO. Nutrition, making sure that I'm getting what my body needs. And I think it's important that I can do these things for me, but also as a parent, we can set our children up so they have more access to their CEOs. And they're important to remember that the brain does not, your development is not completed until your mid 20s. And I can't make them have their CEO, but I can encourage habits that can help them to have a better chance of having their CEO online. And if I have my CEO online and they have their CEO online at the same time, it's going to be so much easier.
Examples are very important, yes. And sometimes our kids don't pick up on that until a little later in life. A lot of us like to learn by trial and error, but yeah, by them seeing, oh, my mom really valued going to bed on time and moving her body and encouraged me, maybe I should now try that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. So the maintenance set and then in the moment set of tools to be able to kind of ground ourselves.
There's another one of my favorite tools for an in the moment thing is a tool that I call the safety sequence.
Okay.
So when I'm noticing that I'm in bear mode and I'm ready to just, freak out, or if I'm like, I'm so isolated and feeling so small and insignificant in turtle mode, I love this safety sequence. And it's three simple steps. The first part of it is asking the question, am I safe? So let's say I'm sitting there and my teenager rolls their eyes. None of us like to see that.
Fair.
And that is very triggering for our nervous system. And so your nervous system sensing danger right there. Uh-oh, eye roll. And so I liked asking the question, am I safe? And that is looking around quickly, like, yeah, there's not a tiger chasing me. There's not a car swerving at me. I am in this moment right now. I am physically safe. And if I wasn't safe, then obviously I would want to do what I needed to make sure that I was. So, am I safe? The second question is, do I feel safe? And that's checking in with your body, dropping in and like, oh, I don't think I feel safe because my shoulders are up in my ears, or my guts are doing something weird. Maybe my hands are shaking. Maybe I'm sweating. Just noticing biologically what's going on in your body. And there's a lot of times where we are safe empirically, but we may not feel safe in our body. A lot of times when I do this safety sequence, I don't feel safe. So just scanning, noticing what's going on. Is there tightness? Is there tension? Scanning my body for any of that. And then the third step is to relax your body. Those areas that feel tight or tense, to just roll them out of your ears. Or if your hands are shaking, just relax them. And so that the sequence, am I safe? Do I feel safe? And to relax my body. Once you get in the habit of doing this, it's like a 10-second process that you can do in the middle of it. So, teenager comes in, rolls eyes, grouchy, grumpy. Am I safe? Yes. It's just this adorable teenager that is grumpy right now. Do I feel safe? No. Okay, now I need to relax. And the cool thing about all this, a relaxed body cannot house stress. So if I can just relax and take a breather for a second, that literally opens the door for my CEO to come back and to help me to figure out what I want to do next. I might need to do it again 5 seconds later. It doesn't mean that it's
Sure.
all solved, but that safety sequence is a beautiful tool to help me get my CEO back online.
Okay. So we've recognized that our nervous system is engaged. We've soothed it, but there's still the thing that we want to fix. So then what do we do?
Oh, that's a good question. I would ask the question, why do I want to fix this? Is this really a problem that needs to be fixed? Sometimes, yes. Sometimes it is, and I want to say something, and sometimes it's not. So I think checking in, why do I want to fix this? And I love just asking the question, why is this a problem? Is this really a problem that needs to be addressed? Or is this, I'm worried about my image? Sometimes we are worried about safety, and it is time to say something.
Sure, sometimes it is a problem.
Definitely. If I have my CEO online, then I'm going to be able to figure out what to do next.
Okay, so clear your mind so that you can harness your best self to know what to do next.
And sometimes we don't know what to do. We don't
Yeah.
know how to fix it.
Or
And
there's nothing to do, it just is.
yeah, sometimes when our kids are emotional, it's important to remember that it's okay for them to not be okay. It's okay
Yeah.
that they have their emotions. They're going to have ups and downs just like the rest of us. And I think a lot of times when I ask myself the question, why is that a problem? Then it's like, oh, it's okay that he's grumpy. I get grumpy sometimes too. In order to be able to ask those questions, though, I got to have my CEO online. If I'm trying to ask questions without my CEO, when I'm in bear mode or turtle mode, it's not going to go well. So, to focus on creating safety for my nervous system, so then I can figure out where I want to go from there.
Amazing. Okay. Is there anything else as we wrap up that parents need to know?
The story that we tell about our kids makes such a
Uh-huh.
huge, huge impact.
What do you mean
And
story?
if I'm thinking I need to fix them, that there's something wrong, my brain is going to constantly be looking at what's wrong with them, with the why I need to fix them. And I love to say that the eye sees what the brain looks for. If I'm thinking my kids needs to be fixed and there's a problem, I'm going to be focusing on that. And sometimes there is. I'm not saying that there isn't, but a lot of times we are the story that we're telling, they're troubled, I need to figure this out, I've got to fix them. If we focus on that, that's all we are going to see. And so I like just offering my brain another opportunity to look at, okay, what are the great things about my kid? If I change the story of what I'm here's an example. Years ago, when my oldest left the church, I went to a church and people were like, "Oh, how's your child doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's so bad. They're not going to church. They're doing this, they're doing that." And it was just like this story brought me down, and that's what I was focusing on. But when I shifted it and it was like and it took work. It didn't happen
Of
immediately
course.
and I had to have my CEO there with me. But when people would say, "Hey, where's your child?" I'd be like, "Oh, you know what? They're doing this and they're really enjoying." I would find the things that were going well in their life, and there were so many of those good things. When I changed my story about it, I dropped that need for trying to fix them.
That's brilliant.
Because when I change my story, other people change.
Yeah. And we see them differently. We are all so multifaceted. What we dwell on gets bigger.
Yeah, what we water grows. If you keep watering that story of you got to fix them, that's what you're going to see.
I love it. Okay, Chris, where can people find you in your podcast?
So, my podcast is called the Mixed Faith Relationship Podcast, and you can find that anywhere Spotify, Apple. Also, my website, chrisrichcoaching.com. You can find me there, and I'd love for anyone to reach out. If you go to my website, you can get on my mailing list where I send out a Mixed Faith Friday email every week with a little nugget that to help you get through the week, to take care of you and focus on what's in your control.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thanks for letting me be here. I love this.
Heather is the one, an expert in the field. She knows her parenting stuff, including how confusing it can be. You've tried it all, and it's a lost cause. Crying in the closet cause you failed at being a mom. But think again, there's peace around the corner and there's hope in your hands. Your kid just wants your love and you want